Hello everyone, I'm Aditya Jethani, and today in this video we'll be explaining that how I got a score of 97 on resumeworded.com. Before starting that, I'll just show you that this is not a clickbait, it is an actual score that I achieved on the website. There are many other ATS websites that you can try on. I generally use Resume Worded because they have a lot of larger database. They scan it more than 1 million, they scan over more than 1 million resumes. Just before getting started and before getting my tips and tricks on how I achieved the score and how can you enhance your resume, I'll just introduce myself a little bit. I am a third year computer science student studying in PDU. I'm from Gujarat, and I really am into machine learning and AI. This is my passion that I follow. I really keenly interest myself in this field. I code, ideate, innovate, and it just repeat the process. I'm current intern at Cybernet, which is a computing startup, which is quantum computing startup, and I contribute with the machine learning solutions and integrating with quantum computing. So it's a really nice experience that I am getting right now. That's just enough about me. Let's just get started. See, this is the score that I achieved with my SDE resume. Every score is 100, 100, and there is nothing to do. This is just a pro section. I don't have the pro version, guys. If you want to, sponsor me. Okay, enough about it. Yeah. So this is the resume that I have uploaded. I'll just re-upload for your assurance that this is not a clickbait. I have two resumes, by the way. I do have a MLE resume, which is for ML jobs, and I keep two resumes just to separate the different jobs I applied. However, for the matter of fact, in the MLE resume also, I got a score of 96. For some reason, that 1 point, no issues. Uh, in this video, I'll be sharing some tips and tricks that I follow to get the score. And yeah, see, this is 97. This is not a clickbait. Okay, so I'll just open my resume here. This is the same resume that I uploaded. See, I'll divide this video in a section of 5, just like this: the impact, the brevity, the style, the section, and the overview about it. So for the impact side, whenever a resume is viewed by an ATS or by an interviewer or the hiring manager, they generally tend to look at the sections, the high level viewing of the resume, the numbers that you put in, the numbers which should be relevant enough. Yeah, we'll come to that. Yeah, so this is the high level view of the resume that should be, sorry, I just did the link. Yeah. So this is the high level, resume, and it's 1 page compressed resume. I've compressed all my learnings, my experiences, my talent, skills, everything in 1 page. So it looks nice to, summarize your entire life in 1 page also. Quite ironical, I know. Yeah. So getting second section is the first section is to impact. The impact is created by the numbers essentially. For example, you should keep a CGPA or a percentage score of your number in your resume, which should be very relevant to your current education. For example, right now I'm studying in bachelor's, and this is my score. So I have mentioned only that. I don't mention the high school or the pre-primary school. It's just not relevant for the recruiters. If you are a master's student, you should mention a master's degree. And if there is enough space in your resume, you can mention the bachelor's degree. The second point about this will be the numbers I have done is highlight the numbers for, it's not for ATS. ATS does not know what bold numbers means because it's just an algorithm. This is just for manual viewing. If the resume is viewed by a person in real life, the bold numbers that are dark black will be very visibly, attractive to the resume viewer. Coming to the numbers actually. Now this is the very critical part. Many people, follow this advice on this website that you should quantify your numbers to enhance your, like for example, there are 11 quantification and only one, sorry, this is not quantifiable anyways. So recruiters do look up for the numbers, that is true, but they don't look for the fake numbers. They don't want any arbitrary fake numbers in your resume. Just the numbers that you mentioned should be very relevant to whatever you have achieved as an experience, as a project, anything. For example, in my project, I solved more than 10 constraints by the user. I used more than 15,000 images data set. This is completely true and true to life. They also can verify this by the live link, sorry, the GitHub link. In this case, I have uploaded everything here. I have, uploaded entire data set here. So this is verifiable. So you should put a number that is believable, that is realistic, and that is true to the life. So you should not mention any arbitrary numbers. If you don't have a number, you may go deep inside your project that, for example, this project may be solving 50% of the market share, or this project may be, involved with more than 7 critical issues being solved for the current real life problem, like that. So you may mention that. If not, then don't mention a number. It's not a compulsion by the resume viewer, at least. Coming to the next section, let's look at the brevity. The brevity and the use of bullet points. This is an important section. However, this thing, for example, let's look at the experience section. Let's look at my experience section. I have done more than 5 internships till now, but this mentions only the top 2 internships that I am very proud of. This is the first internship and this is my current internship. But the internship experiences are listed under 2 bullet points. This is maintaining the consistency. For example, if your current internship or a current experience requires you to put up 5 things in a bullet point, then make sure that the past experiences is also in a 5 bullet point or a 4 bullet point set of format. You should maintain a consistency with the bullet points. The same goes with the projects. For example, every project has a different insight, and every project is at a different depth of understanding, has a different depth. So what I did to keep it very simple, to summarize everything in single point, everything, every feature, every issues that I am solving under 1 bullet point. So to maintain consistency, this is also applicable with the leadership or volunteering positions that you have. I've only mentioned the first point, that I contribute to the leadership position. Simply speaking, bullet points should be consistent in each section. There should not be, like, for example, the current internship is of 5 bullet points, and the past internship was like 1 or 2 bullet points only because it was a start or something. You may not want to do that because that affects your resume score, and if it also affects the manual viewing of your resume. The third point that we should cover is the buzzwords, the dates. Yeah, buzzwords like unleashing, leveraging, integrating, implementing, and spearheading, engineering, like that. These are considered to be buzzwords. We should not often use that unless and until it is very necessary for you to use. For example, I wrote a verb, a helping verb, before the word designed and developed, because these are very commonly used verbs for the first word of the sentence. So what I did, I played a trick of using a present tense verb, actually perfect present verb, that should help the sentence come to the point of designing and developed. Something like that. Yeah, I do have used the word implemented, but it's only once and it should not be repetitive. You should not use the word integration, spearheading, engineering very often because they are considered to be buzzwords. Buzzwords in simply meaning that this won't create a better impact on the resume or the ATS system. Yeah, looking at the dates. Coming to the dates, you should mention your expected date if you are a current student. You should mention your past date of graduation, of completion of any experience, very clearly with the word expected or with the word presently, something like that. So this is very clearly, it is very clear that this person is going to be graduating in July 2025, which is again myself. Yeah. So hopefully I'll be graduating in 2025, July, because I'm a third year student. And I hope my college does not see this video. Yeah, the contact person details, because this is very controversial part. Some people tell that you should not, put a number or a contact number in the resume because it does not look very professional. However, I have a little different point of view. For example, if you are applying to some startups or some, early stage company, you may put up your number because it will be very easier for them to find you, for them to, schedule an interview call with you. So it has been helpful for me, but you may research upon yourself that what companies are you applying to. For example, companies like Mang, Google, Apple, Meta, they don't require the contact number. They contact you via email. So you may remove the contact number in case of applying to Mang companies. Going to that, this is a paid version which is not accessible, but as I understand this, the active voice use is, using the subject first and then the predicate instead of using the predicate first and the subject. Many people use the predicate first and the subject later, which is known as passive voice. You should not use the passive voice, or else if you are using a passive voice, then your entire resume should be in a passive format. This is what the website suggests. Coming to the sections, yeah, these are all the sections that I have, and completely, FAANG path normal template. This is the education, experience, achievements, projects, leadership, and skills. These are the 6 sections. Coming to the, placement of the section, I feel that the most important section is your experience or achievements, because that is the exact thing where you apply your acquired or the learned skills, because companies won't be able to, quantify or confirm that you know this particular skill. On the basis of the experiences and on the basis of your achievements, they will be able to identify that yes, there is a skill that you know and you have applied it in the past, which will create a better impact. So I have kept my skills section at the last. We'll come into the skills section. There are a couple of points that are very important for this, but I have kept the experience and the achievement sections at the top priority after my education, because education is for 4 years, like that. You may shift the, sections as per your, current experience or skills. It is suggested to put the skills at the last, but it's fine if you put it on the first section. It's fine if you don't have much to put in your experience or achievement section right now, at least. Yeah. Coming to the skills section, this is very important part, guys. We should divide our skills clearly in your skill section. For example, the languages, the programming language. In the case of computer science, you may mention programming languages. You may mention technologies, frameworks, and you may mention the skills like this. You may mention cloud like this. And also, this particular line will bring you the, put the nail in the coffin of the interviewer and will be impressed heavily. This is problem analytics, communication, leadership, teamwork, management, and resiliency. These are all the qualities that the company look for in the candidate at an HR interview round section. So you may mention that you know how to solve problems, and you may mention that you have spoken in public, you know how to do a community management, and you know how to be agile, how to be adaptive. You may mention the keywords like that. Similarly, the website also suggests you to work on these skills. However, you may or may not mention the skill that you don't have acquired right now or have not experienced with it. I won't comment on that. That's your personal choice if you want to, add that. But I have added all the skills that I regularly experience with or regularly apply to my real life or I am very good at based on my achievements. So this is the skills section that you may have to look for properly. Secondly, at the base level, at the concluding level, I mentioned all the links of my profiles. For example, this lead code, profile. If I go on my lead code profile, it's just a simple page of demonstrating how I have been through my coding career. It's not very great, I understand, but it's good to mention your coding profiles here, and it's good to mention your, Hacktoberfest or open source contributions, particularly if you are participating in GSOC, which I have to, by the way, append in my achievement section. Yeah. So you may put definite live links. I have also put it a live link for a single app that I made. It's a simple app that I made, but it's a live link for them to access. Similarly, this algorithm visualizer, okay, this, yeah, this might take a while to load, no issues. But the crux is clear, I guess. So this is what I, implemented. I kept it very compressed. I avoided buzzwords. I avoided any arbitrary random numbers. I avoided I implemented the consistency of the bullet points and the in project section as well. I implemented the skills at the last of my resume because my experience is more important than my skills. That's my personal opinion. I made sure that these soft skills are clearly mentioned in a particular order that you are expert in. For example, I really have a good experience with these technologies rather than these technologies. So I mentioned it at the last of the line so that it is very clear to the resume viewer that these are the skills that are very expertise that the candidate expertised in, and these are the skills that he or she does not. So basically, you may mention whatever you have experienced, whatever you have acquired, like I have mentioned here, but you may mention the strong skills first and the weaker skills later. I followed this format everywhere. These two projects, sorry, these two projects I made were my proud moments. I like to keep them up. However, chronologically, they were created before the other two. But the depth of understanding, the depth of technology is more in these two projects. That's why I kept them up. Yeah, so that's about it. That's about my resume. That's about the tricks and tips that I applied to get a higher resume score. And please let me know if you have any questions. Please let me know any feedbacks, any comments that how was the video. It will help me to get better, guys. And we'll continue with a new technology, with a new concept in the next video. See you guys. Bye bye.